right, good morning, everybody. Dave Cooper. Winter is coming already. Look at it. It's not even that bright out here this morning. Humbug. That's all right. That means Christmas is coming, and the kids love Christmas. But you can tell that I'm losing that morning daylight hours. I am on the West Coast still. It is 6:08 a.m. here, 6:08 a.m. So for those of you that are on the East Coast and it's already 9:30 and you've had your breakfast and your coffee, good morning to you. Check out the new coffee mug. What's that say? Oh, yeah, a Yeti Entekra mug. Can you believe it? Yeti Entekra mug. So if you got mugs, you want to have them on, this is the place to do it. Send it to us. We'll put it on Coffee with Dave. It's been a great week. A great week. We are still in Northern California. We're heading down towards LA this upcoming week, and then we will be in Las Vegas. Any of you out there from Las Vegas? Well, if you are, check us out. We're going to go hang out with Gallano from BOXABL. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what we're going to be doing. Hey, what's happening, Shannon? Good morning to you from New Hope, PA. Yeah. Hey, I'm not going to be near New Hope, but maybe September we might find ourselves in Pennsylvania. Might, but it's going to be on the, I'm getting my east and west all mixed up. It'll be on the west side of Pennsylvania. It's funny when you come from the East Coast and you go to the west, everything is west. Out here, I keep saying it's west of us, and everybody keeps correcting me. No, it's actually east of you. So you start learning the time zones and how they can beat you up. So for all you travelers out there that do East Coast to West Coast and around the world all the time, I feel your pain. I feel you. All right. Hey, Pedro, how are you, buddy? Good to see you. Good morning, Dave, from Rio, Brazil, 10 a.m. Pedro, I hope things are going well for you down there. I hope business is going well and things are doing good. Thank you for tuning in this morning. What's the temperature in Rio right now? It's got to be hot. It's got to be beautiful. I bet you live in a beautiful part of the country there. And no doubt we got Mr. Greg Ugaldi in the house. Good morning to you. Top of the morning, Mr. Ugaldi. Here's a cheers to a cup of coffee, too. You're always expanding content. We are always expanding content. You know, we had a big week, 2 live shows on location this week. You know, and how much fun is that, right? 2 highly automated manufacturing facilities, which when you're doing wireless and everything, you know, it was an interesting journey when you get into these high-tech places, right? Because there's bandwidth and signals going everywhere. But we pulled through it. And the fact that they just opened their doors, let us come in and share what they're doing is what it's all about. And I think that is absolutely a super important thing to discuss, because it's all about the collaboration in this industry. It's all about getting to know each other, regardless whether you're panelized, stick, modular. I don't want to leave anybody out, you know, but concrete, SIPs, panelized, modular, container, you name it. ADUs, 3D printing. We need to be talking amongst each other. We need to be working together to solve the problems that we have out there. We can't do it all by ourselves. Everybody's trying to come up with a solution and a way forward. But man, how much more powerful would we all be if we had an event that brought us together? Just saying. Stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned, because we're gonna put something together, and we're gonna bring the leaders of this industry together. No trade association stuff, just the leaders, and we're gonna talk about what can we do to be better and drive our industry forward. So looking forward to that. Hey, Damian Stapleton, Dublin, Ireland. Hey, Damian, listen, I got an Irish coffee this morning. I got an Entekra coffee from Jerry and Juan and all the great people over at Entekra. You know, that's another company with great culture, by the way. Oh, hey, what's happening, Diana Sunshine Wolf? You need an app for that. You do need an app for that, right? You do need an app. So, Diana, you're in the hemp industry. We've been doing a lot of hemp on the show. I've seen some of your comments and what have you. So, thank you very much. We appreciate you chiming in. And you know, we think hemp plays a big role in our future for construction. You know, I think it plays a big role in a lot of futures, but in the construction industry, there's a lot of great things coming out of it. So, Diana, I love how you wrote that. Diana Sunshine Wolf. that your true middle name? If it is, that's awesome. All right, Diana, thank you so much. Okay, let's get into what we have going on, everybody. What do we have going on? If you are out there, please just let us know where you're from. We always like to hear. We kicked off the week. And by the way, you like the red? I don't know. There wasn't enough sunshine, so I said red. What the heck? Brighten up the screen a little bit. Monday, July 19th, Eric Holt, University of Denver, George Berghorn, Michigan State University, Molly Smith from Fresno State University, and Ben Bigelow from Oklahoma University on the show, on the Dave Cooper Live show. Think about this. Every month, we have new professors coming on the shows from different universities from around the country, and we have some that are getting ready to be on the show from around the world. That's right, around the world. We're not just going to limit it to here in this country, but these are top universities. And you say, oh, well, we don't need higher education. We do. We do need higher education because these higher education colleges are tied into their community. They're tied into the trade schools. They're tied into the high schools, the elementary schools. And the conversations have been about, you're right, we don't need everybody to go to college. We need trades. We need skilled people to implement, to put together, to give feedback, to show us how it's done, right? Because as we've learned, and you shouldn't be using paper today anyhow, but as we've learned through the years, if you've been in this business, just because it looks good on paper does not mean it works in the field. Right? Greg Gaudy will agree with that. So we have the university professors on, and here's the thing, and I'm going to keep beating this and beating this and beating this. This is an opportunity as you as a manufacturer to get to know them, and they have resources of students that need internships and jobs, you know, and they know who the top students are, but it's also a resource for them to learn from you. So reach out to those professors, tell them you want to do a product spotlight, show what you're doing, invite the students to join you on something. Let's get them engaged and excited about what we're doing. And if any of these universities are in your neck of the woods, reach out to the professors. Let's start getting the community involved. Let's get the outreach going. Let's show young people and students how cool our industry really can be. And not only can it be cool, it can be sustainable, right? It can be healthy. It can be leave a less carbon footprint, especially if we're using off-site and other methods of construction. Yes. And it can be affordable. Now, I don't know how many of you have been out on the West Coast here, but there's a homeless crisis. I mean, you don't see it when we were living in Connecticut. You don't see it like you see it here. But out here, I mean, every bridge, tunnel has tents under it. It's sad. It's sad. We need to do something about it. We need to get better at it for all of us, for everybody on the planet. Nobody should have to live like that, in my opinion. Nobody. Some people bring it on themselves. I know it, you know, and drugs get a hold of them and things of others. But, you know, you come out here, you'll really get an eye opener on what's going on. So, all right. So, live on location, panelized construction this week, 3D printed homes this week. We had two types of off-site construction, right? And one shared vision. And what is that shared vision? The shared vision on the technology and the sustainability to do something better. How do you do more with less? How do you do more with the existing workforce we have? The workforce isn't coming to us. So how do you increase the productivity, increase the build time with the existing workforce? That's the question. And this is what a lot of people are out there doing. Whether you like panelization or not, whether you like modular building or not, whether you like 3D printed buildings or not. How do we do more with less? Because guess what? We have less people. People are having less children, not only in this country, but other countries. So we're not going to make up on the labor deficit. It's actually going the other way. So we're going to have to learn to do more with less. So how do we use technology to do that? And also, how do we use this technology to bring all these young people into our world? That's the question. So where did we start? We were July 20th. Live on location at Entekra. Now, Jerry McCaughey, Ivory Prize winner for housing affordability, is doing amazing things. You definitely want to check out the video. You definitely want to check it out. With Jerry and walking through, one, he's just an entertaining individual. Two, he has a heart of gold. And three, you could tell that they are really having a lot of fun. Company culture. I get back to this company culture all the time. It's a big deal. So if you didn't check out that show, we do a complete walkthrough. To include, as Mark brought up on the show, I was rewatching the show and I didn't understand Mark yesterday. Mark Bare Naked Willie yesterday, he goes, he started talking about the vending machine and it just flew by me. But you're right. They even have vending machines on the production floor. So when you need another router, another drill bit, you go to the vending machine, you punch in your code. They can tell you how many nails to the exact nail is in your product. So imagine building a house and you know how many nails are in it. Imagine building a house and you're not wasting a $200 box of nails sitting in the corner, or people are taking them home for their own personal projects. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. On the 20th at Entekra. Wednesday, because it was a busy show, we did a rerun of B. Marco Anthony from B. Marco Structures out of Atlanta. And this is a great show as well, because this is somebody that is really taking it to the next level. This is a person that said, I'm going to do this and I am going to do it to my fullest extent. And he is doing it. Everything from containers during COVID. I think it was a 12 week. I think it was 12 weeks. He delivered containers to hospitals for all set up for units. You know, look at them. Trust me, they're well done and beautiful. Now he's into wood frame, pop-up manufacturing, steel manufacturing. You definitely want to check out that show if you haven't already. And if you haven't, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That's right. Growing. We have reached that 1,000-person mark. In fact, we're 1,100 or something like that, even more than that. It is growing super fast. I looked this morning. We are at 1,500. I'll say it again. 1,500 hours being watched every 28 days. What is that? I mean, that's well over 24 hours a day that the YouTube channel is just being consumed. So much that even YouTube has reached out to us to work out some advertising stuff. So you don't need to have 1 million followers. You just need to have the content that people want to watch, because not everybody, especially our group, is into liking and sharing and subscribing and letting everybody know they're there. So go check it out. We got a lot of great content and I think you're going to enjoy it. So subscribe if you are not. Right now we are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook, as well as Twitch. Greg Ugaldi's coming to us from Twitch, because that's where the cool kids hang out, and Greg Ugaldi definitely fits into the cool kid market, top of the NAHB. So thanks for joining us from there. Oh, I see the comments lighting up. We're going to go to that in just a minute. Let me get through this week, and then we will move on. So that's what we did Wednesday with B. Marco. Then we moved on to July 22nd at Mighty Buildings with Sam Rubin. More homes, less carbon, 3D printed homes, and ADUs. This was an interesting show. I mean, you want to talk one? It was a couple 100,000 square foot facility. They had the machines running. When we set up our show, they were just getting ready to move a panel that they 3D printed over to the laser scanners, which they did, and we were able to show some of this. But we had everything shut down. We're getting ready to do the show, and then all of a sudden, there's all these people that were coming in. I mean, to include, I think it was state senators started coming in. You don't say no to them. So we're in the middle of the live show. We got people coming in everywhere. Sam, I can see Sam looking like, what is going on? But there are so many people interested in these homes and these ADUs, and they are built like tanks. Now, when we say 3D printed, they are not fully 3D printed. The entire structure is not fully 3D printed. So we asked why. And the reason is they're working through the regulations and the codes on how they get full approval. So what they have been doing is they have been doing portions of the structure as a 3D printed portion with the installation to keep moving forward the code approvals and to get the approvals to do what they can do. So, you know, it's about people doing it different. It's about people trying different things and moving things forward. And when I look at these ADUs, these are steel framed structures with steel studding, right? They're using offsite manufacturing. They're using bathroom pods from another vendor where they come and put it in. So instead of spending a full day, a couple days building their own bathrooms, they're installing an entire bathroom within a couple hours right on the manufacturing floor. That's right. So with that said, they are making some big strides and they're putting a lot of effort into it. And there was a lot of people there working. They are employing a lot of people, a lot of high-tech people, a lot of people from Russia, so they have the whole Russian, I think Moscow, he said, base over there. So if you haven't checked out Mighty Buildings 3D Printing, you definitely want to go and check that out. Another high-end automated facility doing really great things. And trying to move the ball forward. And then, of course, BS Friday, the Mark Bare Naked Willie. Guatemalan coffee, by the way, today. I am in Guatemala, at least my taste buds are. I am a coffee snob. French press. BS Friday, Mark Bare Naked Willie. What's not to love about this show? Mark puts so much effort into this show for us and really does an amazing job at it. And hopefully we're going to do some more stuff together too. It's just, we're running 1,000 miles an hour in both ways. But we had Illinois Green Home Alliance on the show for the second time, The Path to Net Zero Homes with Ashley Marinko, Maggie Olson, and an introduction from Mike Schaefer. Mike Schaefer will be on the show again next Friday, so put it on your calendar. He's going to be part of the show. We're going to be talking about Mitsubishi. That's right. So we're going to have Mike Schaefer back on the show, and we're going to keep the conversation moving forward. But with the Illinois Green Alliance Home Tour, if you have not seen it, it is virtual. All of their information is on their website now, so you can go there and virtually tour all of these homes that are passive house, whether it's retrofit, new construction, remodel. Go and check it out. All the past years are up there, and then also all the new homes that they're getting ready to walk through. And one of them is like a Frank Lloyd Wright. You need to go check that out. If I was there, I'd almost have to go and break in just to see it. I think that's the coolest thing in the world. They got a big project going there. So go to their website, Illinois Green Alliance Home Tour, and check out what they are doing. All right. I see the comments are, Diana's busy in the comments. I see all these light ups coming. She said, thanks. Sunshine is my nickname. Cool. I dig that. I would like to see you speak with people in the hemp. What is this? I would like to see you speak with people in the hemp decortication trade like Enviro Textiles. Interesting. Can you send me some information on that? I'm not familiar with it, but I'm more than happy to take a look at it and see what that's about. I think that's super cool. All right, Brian Lagama, what's happening? Good morning, Dave from Charlotte, North Carolina. We are on completely opposite ends of the world. Brian, Synergy Steel. Hey, man, we're having a great time working with Howick Ltd. We should probably come out your way and check out your facilities and see what you guys have going on out there. So good to see you this morning. Oh, man, Diana's busy this morning. I'm in Nebraska University needs to get on board. She says 3D printing is amazing. Blockchain's for good, huh? Well, blockchain's a big thing coming up as well, for sure. BMW builds with hemp. See, that's what I mean. Hemp is going to really make a big play coming back. BMW. Hemp is going to make a big play moving forward in this industry. There's a lot of products that are on the market already. There are a lot of products getting ready to come to market. There are a lot of products being worked through right now to be in the building industry. And this is what happens, especially in times like this last year where, lumber just went through the roof. That's just opportunities for other people to come in, take market share, and hopefully do something better. So we'll see what the hemp industry is going to do with that, and hopefully they'll do it better. Ford builds with hemp as well. Decortation is a process. Here we go. Decortation is the process of chopping the hemp for use in textiles and hempcrete. Interesting. So, Diana, question for you. Can an old paper mill or one that's maybe not running be converted into something that can do this decortication to make hemp products, right? Because it's the processing of the hemp that makes it costly at the moment. It's not the hemp itself because it grows 4 times faster than wood. I'd be curious to get your thoughts on that. Hey, Dana Spain. What's happening, Dana? Morning from Modular Philadelphia. Dana Spain. Awesome lady, doing amazing things with the veterans, doing amazing things with volumetric building companies. So, Dana, you've always been a great supporter. an awesome supporter. But I look up to Dana Spain, man. She's rocking it. And you want to meet somebody that tells you how it is and moves things forwards and makes a difference, that would be Dana Spain. And if you want to help out with the veterans organizations, Dana, put it in the comments there so people see it on where to join on what you guys are doing to build affordable housing and just build housing in general for these vets out there. Awesome. Being a vet, that warms my cockles of my hearts, as they say. All right. Perfect. Let's get back into what we have coming up this week. So what is next outside of my Guatemalan coffee sip? I'm going to let that plane pass. That swimming pool is looking pretty good, but it's a little chilly this morning here. I don't know if you guys can hear that plane going, but I'll let it go. Monday, July 26, 10 a.m., 1 p.m. Eastern. We have Devin Perry on. Did you hear that? From the National Association of Home Builders Building Systems Council. He is the Executive Director of Business Improvement and Programs at the National Association of Home Builders. Why is Devin coming on? We're going to start announcing the Building Systems Summit in Atlanta, Georgia. That's right, at Hotlanta, Georgia. So you need to join us. Somebody might be emceeing that. I don't know who or what or where, but we're finalizing some stuff. So Atlanta, Georgia, not too far down the road in September. We'll do the details with Devin Perry on Monday. But that's right. That's going to be an in-person, on-location event you're not going to want to miss. We hope you can definitely join us for that. For sure. So tune in Monday for Devin Perry in the house. And then Wednesday, what do we have coming on? Daniel Esparza. Okay. Daniel Esparza. You guys ever heard of top-down construction? Where you actually build from the top down. And we're not talking single-family homes. We're talking commercial, multi-story, residential, commercial buildings. Top-down construction literally means that they're designing on the ground the entire floor, thousands and thousands, if not tens of thousands of square feet. And then they raise it all the way up and attach it one floor at a time. That's right. From the first floor all the way up. So think about that 40-story building somewhere near you. It wasn't built from the ground up. It could have been built from the top down. This technology has been around for a long, long time. And this is going to be a fun show because we're going to show a lot of videos on this. We're going to talk about what they are doing and also what they're thinking of doing moving forward into the future. They're already using a pop-up factory style system. But how do we take that to the next level? Right here on Dave Cooper Live. We do a lot of things on this show that probably a lot of people don't know that we do. Right? I mean, outside of the show, we're having conversations all over the world with all the technology that's out there. Just to even do our live shows. I mean, that's 3, 4, 5 interviews a day. And we've been doing this for well over a year and a half, talking to people like Dana Spain, like Greg Ugaldi, like Daniel Esparza, like all these people that are on the show. They just don't happenstance show up in the show. We spend a lot of time talking. And what has that really done? That has grown a network of information globally on who's doing what, and this kind of stuff just keeps coming up. I've been in this industry a long time. I've never in my life seen a building be built from the top down. So looking forward to Wednesday's show. Cool stuff. Okay. Let me get back to my world here. And then on Friday, sorry, no live on locations this week, but we got some coming up. It's hard to do 6 days a week, especially with live on locations. Friday, like I said, we are going to have on BS Friday, Mike Schaefer on Building Systems with Mark Bare Naked Willie and I from Mitsubishi. Why would we have Mitsubishi on the show, on a science show? Well, maybe they're doing things better than others, right? They're completely involved in the heat pumps. They're completely involved in how do you make things more efficient. They work a lot with Passive House in the Illinois Green Building Alliance and others to design and build better. Passive House, and we talk about it a lot on the show, is something we should all look to attain when we're doing a building or a retrofit of a building, if it can be done, right? There's costs associated, but guess what? What we have learned on this show is It doesn't really have to cost more. You just got to be smart about how you do it and how you build it and how you seal the house up and how you ventilate the house. So with that said, you definitely want to tune in for Mike Schaefer with Mitsubishi, because that's going to be a great, great show. Now, Elon Musk bought one of these houses. Anybody out there know what modular structure that Elon Musk bought? Anybody? I'll give it a minute. While I drink my coffee. Maybe I'll play a game of what do my kids like to play? Not Tetra. It's Subway Surfer. You guys ever play the game Subway Surfer? Elon Musk. Anybody know? Put it in the comments. Let's see. I know there's a delay. There it is from Dana, Spain. VBCGivingFoundation.org. VBCGivingFoundation.org. So if you don't know anything about it, go there, check it out. Donate, support the vets. I don't care if it's $1 or $100, and I don't care if it's 5 cents. Every little bit helps. You know, they're doing amazing things, and I know they put a lot of time, effort, and money to help build this program. So BBC Giving Foundation, there it is. Hey, that's right. Extra lights. All right, I'm gonna check all of that out. You're right. Elon Musk nuclear waste. Elon Musk. That's right. Chad Davies got it too. BOXABL. What's happening, Chad? So BOXABL is the one who bought one of these structures. Now, for what reason? We're going to hopefully maybe find out. But Tuesday, August 3rd, guess what? We will be live on location with BOXABL at their new manufacturing plant with Gallano, Tiramani. You're not going to want to miss this. I mean, they are getting so much attention, obviously, from the Elon Musk thing. But the product is super cool. It really is super cool. And if it can be delivered and set at the level that it appears to look like, from what I've seen, for $50,000 or less for, I think, their Casita model, and it's furnished, you know, with all the refrigerators and utilities, that to me is incredible. And if they can get their production to do what they're saying it can do, bam, amazing stuff. So you definitely want to put it on your calendars right now. We are going to be on August 3rd at BOXABL. So we need to check it out. And Dana, you know what? As we work our way back east, we should come and see you guys at VBC. It's been a while. You know, the last show we did with you was, I think, Washington, D.C. But we have never... I better be careful here. We have not been to the VBC's manufacturing facility, which I know is always trying out new automation and new systems. So maybe we should talk and come out and get something on the schedule for later. Just an idea. Maybe we should come out and do a show where the veteran housing is going to be. That one I would love to do, for sure. All right, everybody. Damian says it would be easier to transport to Mars. Yeah. It would. So I know they're looking. So get this, right? They're looking at BOXABL, and that would be my guess too. They're looking to get BOXABL, or I believe Elon's looking at BOXABL, like you said, as a possibility for building on Mars or the moon or space. Like, can you make it airtight? Can you just take it up there, open it up, and have housing? You know, but when you look at other companies like the 3D print, this is where 3D printing really comes in. Whether it's Mighty Buildings or Icon, right? Icon currently has a deal with NASA where they're studying the moon ash to see if the moon ash can be turned into, a concrete-like material. So then all you're doing is shipping up the structure for the 3D printer, putting it together, probably just running it off solar. My guess is you got pretty good solar power on the moon or Mars at that point, being that much closer to the stars. At least I think you're that close to the stars. I don't know. Never been there. Any of you been there? It'll be interesting to see. The world is changing. But as Jerry McCaughey always says, the best offsite builders in the world, NASA. I know you've heard me say it on the show a million times. Could you imagine the astronauts getting to the space station with a new piece of the puzzle, and it says field verify, and then they realize they need a tool that they didn't have? We don't need it anymore. We don't need paper. If you use digital technology, digital twin, designed for manufacturer assembly, BIM, virtual reality, you don't need change orders anymore. You don't need those silly caveats on your papers that says field verify because somebody wanted to pass their liability, because that's what it comes down to. And back then, you know what? Hey, it is hand drawn, so there are human errors, but we're beyond that stuff at this point now, anyhow, aren't we? This mug is awesome, by the way, Jerry. So if you're watching, Jerry from Entekra, these Yeti mugs, they're absolutely awesome. You know, it's funny. I'm going to have to start probably giving away some mugs on the show because we have so many of them now. I really don't need 40 Yeti mugs, but I'm just so grateful of everybody that has given them to me or sent them to me and being able to put them on the show. And not just Yeti mugs. I mean, regular, porcelain, clay, all those mugs. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, Diana, you are getting the show award for the most comments today. You are lighting it up. I think it's awesome. You definitely have some strong opinions on hemp. And I look at your picture. I think that's in a hemp field, yeah? Which is super cool. What is this? Shannon Pendleton, VIF rep. All right. See it? I don't know how I ended up on the path of the plains this morning. You guys see the sun starting to come up? I'm getting it on this side here. So we're on the West Coast. The show starts at 6 a.m. now. When I'm on the East Coast, it was 9 a.m. Not well thought out by me, but I'm still enjoying it nonetheless. These 4:30 mornings are peaceful. Well, listen, if you all have anything out there that you would like us to talk about and do on the show, please let us know. Put it out there. If you know anybody, Dana, it's time for you to come back on the show. We should have you back on the show for sure. If you know anybody out there who's doing it better, there's great products. We're always looking for great products. Always. Send them our way. We don't want people doing the same old, same old. We want people doing new things with new products for our industry to make it better. And it could be a product, it could be technology, digital, virtual. I don't care, as long as it is driving the conversation forward. Elon Musk, your cars should be charging our houses, not our houses charging your cars. I say that all the time. Give us a call. All right, everybody, listen, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm sure to have a good weekend. I can guarantee you I will probably be in that pool with my kids at some point today. So I hope all of you do the same. And we'll see you Monday, man. Monday with Devin Perry in the house, NAHB, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'm Dave Cooper. Thanks for tuning in this morning. Enjoy your days. Bye, everybody.